This may go without saying, but I am excited for EAFC. Not so much for the content that has been revealed for game modes such as Volta, Clubs, or even Career Mode, but because it's a new year for Ultimate Team, and I love starting fresh. But despite how excited I am for the new release, there are some major issues that we probably will encounter day one. So in this video, we're going to go through absolutely everything that we need to be careful of. Firstly, completely broken mechanics within game. We've already heard quite a bit based on the Ultimate Team playtest that happened throughout August. Certain mechanics not working, people not being able to enter into game modes. We heard that the claim all button did not work for a period of time. Some people not getting access to the transfer market, some people not getting access to SBCs, and the list goes on. Hopefully most of these will be fixed by the time EAFC releases, but just as they fix them, there'll be other issues that's uncovered that will be present on the full release. This is just something that's going to happen in general for gaming because game developers can't test absolutely everything. And as they fix one thing, as said, something else will pop up. Number 2, the very first patch. If you've been playing Ultimate Team for quite some time, you know that EA can get gameplay fairly close to being perfect. Not quite there, but fairly close on release. All they need to do is make a few slight adjustments, but with that very first patch, they take it way too far, completely destroying the game. We can all sit here hoping and praying that it doesn't happen this year, but the likelihood is that it will, because EA are not collecting data from the top 10, 20, 30, 40, or even 50% of players. They're collecting data from everyone. So if you consider yourself to be a confident and a highly skilled player, your voice means just as much compared to those who have picked up Ultimate Team for the very first time. This is because EA are trying to sell Ultimate Team to the masses and not just a selected group of players. Number 3, sluggish gameplay. It makes me laugh every single year that EA highlights the new technology supporting the next Ultimate Team. And this year, they've come up with Hypermotion V, which is a massive jump up from Hypermotion 2 within FIFA 23 and also Hypermotion from FIFA 22. But on release, that's when we realized that whatever new mechanic or new type of engine or new type of system is supporting the game this year, it does not matter, because by the time we get to Sunday in Foot Champions at prime time, there are so many players playing that the gameplay is just horrific. It doesn't matter how many new animations are in the game because there's button delay, speed up lag, and if you were trying to turn with a player that has high agility, they're going to be turning like a bus. The fact that EA have made no announcement to say that they've improved and they fixed this and gameplay is going to be smoother than ever means that they probably haven't. They're aware of the problems because at this point, who isn't? And they're going to keep it exactly the same. Number 4, draw quits. There's this thing within Ultimate Team where you can enter into a game and immediately forfeit the match straight from kickoff. Now for those who forfeit, you'll get the loss, but for the opponent, the one who tried to play the game but couldn't because you quit, that game for them does not count. They still have contracts deducted from their players, but overall, on paper within the game mode itself, it did not count. This still is the way in which things are done if you came up to an opponent and it was 1-1 in the 90th minute and they just decided to quit. The game for them, they get the loss, but for you, that game doesn't count. And you've just wasted 15 to 20 minutes playing that game with nothing to show for it. Complete waste of time, and it is more frustrating than you losing a game. That will still be within Ultimate Team. Number 5, neglected game modes. We're at the point now where EA releases a new game mode every single year. Last year, we had Foot Moments, and even though there wasn't that much hype around this game mode, there was still a select group of players who were interested in playing. The idea of just playing quick highlights of games so you can still progress through this game when you don't have unlimited time to play a full match. However, after the very first month, EA neglected this game mode. They would occasionally add new moments and new stories, but you were stuck having to play through this on the lowest difficulty, which would only give 1 foot star, and even if you were to grind through it, because rewards were limited and set on repeating every single season, it just really wasn't worth going for. The fact that EA have not said anything about this game mode means that it's going to be pushed to the side yet again, and it's fair to say that if they haven't mentioned any of the other game modes as part of the game, they're going to be exactly the same and also pushed to the side. Number 6, they're going to have a reward mix-up. This happens every single year, and this one, it's inevitable. There are so many rewards based on the different game modes that you go through, which get paid out on a different timescale compared to everything else. And on top of that, with the huge increase this year to the amount of players that will be available day one, it's inevitable that EA are going to mess this up. On FIFA 23, we can currently go through various challenges in order for us to unlock rewards on EA FC Ultimate Team on the release. And we just know that if you go through them, by the time these rewards are released, they're going to mess them up somehow. And if by some miracle they don't mess this up, they're going to mess something else up, whether it be through the objectives, squad builder challenges, squad battle rewards, division rival rewards, foot champion rewards, you name it. They're going to mess up somewhere, making an untradeable pack tradable, a tradable pack untradeable. It happens every single year, multiple times every single month. It's going to happen throughout EA FC. Number 7, certain game modes as well as features are going to be overpowered. This one, well, it can be seen as a positive if you can get into it quick enough. Every single time EA adds a new type of game mode, it tends to be overpowered from the beginning. Now, it's unsure whether or not this is done by mistake because they just haven't had enough testing to actually balance things, or whether or not this is done intentionally because it means that it's going to get a lot of hype at the beginning and people are just going to flood towards it. But I'm expecting female players to be absolutely amazing. We've actually heard quite a few positive things based on the beta, and also evolutions to be a great game mode in order for you to upgrade your players and hopefully make those overpowered as well. With this one, it's not so much of a warning, but more of a, the second you get into Ultimate Team, just go over there, check out the new game modes, new features, because some of them, well, they may be overpowered. Number 8, hacks and sometimes accidental bans. This also seems to happen year after year. New Ultimate Team releases, there's hype. You have content creators going through their packs, spending thousands, but getting some insane pulls and trying to entertain their audience. And then a few days later, they get hacked. What's ridiculous is the process in which these hackers go through to get access to your account is not difficult, because in a lot of cases, EA just gives it out. This happened to me quite a few years ago, and it wouldn't surprise me if you see your favorite content creators losing their accounts within the very first 30 days of EA FC release. There's also a chance that for everyone else, there could be accidental bans. If you're transferring coins to another account, if not done correctly, you could be banned. If you're buying coins, you could be banned. And sometimes it's just accidental. If you're trading and you're constantly trying to snipe, EA may ban you. We've seen this in previous years as well. Number 9 is going to be the new dynamic packs. I'm not talking about the pack animation. That's actually pretty cool. But the rumor going around that you can pack someone's default card whilst they have a special card. What I mean by this is, as of right now, talking FIFA 23 Ultimate Team and the entire history of Ultimate Team, if a player gets a special card as part of Team of the Week or a weekly promo, during that week or the time in which that promo is active, that player no longer has their default rare gold card, common gold card, whatever card that they have. That's not in packs because their special card takes their place. Well, a rumor's been going around by quite a few credible sources that this will change and that you will be able to pack someone's default card as well as their special card. That sounds great on paper, but it does mean when you get round to Team of the Year, let's say Mbappe gets a Team of the Year and you pack his gold card, yes, his gold card's still going to be worth about 1 million coins and it's hopefully going to be good in game. You would much prefer his Team of the Year, especially at that moment. In previous years, you would have a right to complain. You can go to EA support and maybe they'll change that Mbappe to be a Team of the Year. But this year, you'll have no ground to stand on. They'll just say, hey, that's what you were given, that's what you get. If this rumor is true, this is one to be careful of, but if this rumor is true, then of course that is going to be the way it happens. Hopefully this rumor is a lie though. And finally, at number 10, something that isn't EA's fault, but is also included as part of starting Ultimate Team from day one, is the complete Sweatfest. The second that you start up Ultimate Team and go into this game, the first opponent you come up against will potentially go up 1-0 and then start passing it around the back in order for them to get their very first win within Division 10. If you're not going through divisions, it's likely going to be the exact same scenario if you were to go and use your 4,600 FC points into a game mode such as Foot Draft, where you're hoping to maximize the most amount of rewards for the FC points that you have. That game mode will also be a complete Sweatfest. It's just natural for that to be the way things go at the beginning of a new Ultimate Team. Some people are for it, some people are against it, but regardless of which side you're on, that's the reality. That's what's going to happen. If you enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend clicking the next video. It's very popular on this channel and goes through how you can start Ultimate Team day one. So you're interested, click that and I'll be over there to guide you through absolutely everything.